Hello everyone. First of all, I'd like to congratulate and thanks Obhijina Museum, Minoy and Sangita Madam for giving me this opportunity to talk about museum and inclusion. I am going to actually talk about a bit about the perspective of museum inclusion in the global scenario, and I think this will give you an understanding how this very concept of inclusion and diversity is essential for today's museum scenario. So I'm starting. The importance of social inclusion in the museum has been widely adopted in the global museum sector in a broad idea that simply providing better access of audience development. A growing sense of acceptance to the experiences provided by the inclusion program and its significant and far-reaching implications in the fundamental base of the sector is in progress. The current time requires a radical rethinking of the very purpose of museum and its goals, which can effectively negotiate engagement with the society. If the museums want to stay relevant in a constantly changing society, and its role, purpose and working practice needs to be changed to be an effective agent for social inclusion. As we know that contemporary museums are more dynamic, advanced, and they are more participatory approach rather than being an authoritarian and exclusive organization. So the objective is no longer to focus on the traditional museum visitor but to cater for a heterogeneous public. So the aim is not only to visit but to repeated and constant visits and transforming visitors from a guest to a user. So this participatory approach of museum and subsequent challenges attached to the idea of inclusion is a matter which can be discussed in another platform. Sorry. In Indian citizen, according to the right to equality, which is included in our Article 14 to 18 of Indian Constitution, it's not actually entirely realized and applied in the sense that the Constitution provides the platform for a greater inclusion in a diverse socio-cultural and religious society like India. As a public institution, Indian museums have a greater accountabilities to adhere to this very provision of the Constitution. Keeping in mind this point, for me, inclusive museums are not only an institution of social value but should be an institution of social justice. For my museum, Rashtrapati Bhavan Museum, inclusion means that all the stakeholders, audience, staff, community, etc., feel associated, involved, valued, respected, and supported. Inclusion is important for global museums, as the current period is the right time for museum to establish its applicability by rationally engaging in the political, social, and traditional truths of the societies today. The overall museum experience should be expressive and pertinent for all visitors. The external experience should be expressive and pertinent to all visitors. Sorry, I again repeat the line. But the external and the internal aspect of the museum matters after initiating the museum work towards inclusion. Inclusion should visitor oriented, then external works of museum as curation, education program, and internal works such as working condition, hiring, decision making, gender sensitivity, etc. It should be all more inclusive. This entire partnership process to gain an effective inclusion policy should be based on social justice. Sorry. The museum can obtain social good working towards social change by including the excluded, disempowering visitors with marginalized identities. Both internal and external matter of museum needs to be connected to its stakeholders. The success of the inclusion can be ensured by allowing the partners to interrupt the traditional status quo of the museum, which provides privilege to a select perspective. The capacity to realize and share the spirit of the communities always helps the museum to organize a broad and intense purpose of work. Inclusion is a sensible and endless practice which will help museum to win the trust of its partners. Connecting with a community organization and doing work for social good will ensure the success of the inclusion in a museum. it has to work from being something to being for somebody. This line was told by Stephen Well, who is an American museum philosopher. He says that the social responsibility of the museum is based on being rooted in the society, having an effect on society, and being shaped by the society. Visual impact of inclusion of society can enhance the possibility of impacting the lifestyle of the wider community, which can be reflected how they live, feel, and think. Now, I'd like to put another perspective to the inclusion. Although we think that it is not in generally done, but is it possible to be fully inclusive in a museum? The answer is no, actually. Never. We cannot formulate a list of specifications to check whether we have achieved inclusion or not. And it cannot be typical to all museums. Being inclusive to others, centered, various stakeholders entered, and getting complete involvement of them is always elusive. So then a critical question is asked by many scholars, that does a museum have to be inclusive, or further, if museum can even be inclusive, should that be a goal? What is the social purpose of a museum? If you see the ICOM definition of museum in 2007, it has an aim to do everything in the spirit of service of the society and its development. But a closer look of the four functions of the museum, or especially the first two, are not designed for change, for a conserve and securing, which cannot make museum agent of social change. However, we know that the new definition of the museum has been in the indication of inclusion, but is yet to be endorsed by ICOM. Some scholars like Paul Matscherly, formerly with the Karl von Ossietzky University, Oldenburg, described that museum as an exclusive place, an institution that is responsible for maintaining order. For him, aim of the museum is not to make the world a better place. The museum is an archive, and it is a question which legacy should be passed on. The approaches and the values of the museum staff do not provide the understanding that museums have a social obligation to confront issues like discrimination and disadvantages. The study, conducted by Victor Ginsberg and Frank Meyers in the Belgium Museum, clearly shows that the education and permanence are the highest rated missions by the majority people. Missions such as quality of life, social role are not ignored. But they are assigned very fairly low priority. Can it be achieved by engaging more varied staff teams as in museum, or by developing a more participatory format to permit a more majority of the society in contributing this meaning making? Is it possible for museum to permit an external groups to decide about its collection to acquire the diverse features of a society? The idea of believing the museum professional as expert who are in a continuous discourse with a community it seeks to engage, which will be in conflict with this point above. So apart from all this, I would like to say that museum feels omitted from new social inclusion steps, as they are not accepted as suitable collaborators by social welfare and health agencies. The inclusion terms can be found in plans, policies, and documents of the museum, but the absence of understanding of the procedures embedded in working towards inclusion-led objectives derail the process. As I told, the nature and composition of museum staff traditionally back the status quo and prefer the exclusive approach, which makes it a less diversified profession having lack of new perception. So how come this type of simple obstacles can be overcome and progress towards better inclusion? A definite transformation of attitudes within the museum field and an open mind to accept a totally diverse roles and responsibilities for museum with a new outlook to the audience is required. It is not possible to attain such changes within a night and cannot be achieved by single form initiative such as training of staff, changing government policies, etc. This requires a multifaceted approach, having committed leadership, flexible financial sustainability, campaigning for greater and policy making with other welfare agencies, able-based guidance, providing greater stake to the audience in participation and decision making, etc. So finally, I'd like to conclude my the talk, which is I was trying to talk about the museum and inclusion. I like to say that as Richard Sandel, he's a professor in the museum studies in the University of Leicester, has said that cultural and social aspects are inextricably linked. So museums have high potential influencing the society positively and causing a social change because of this mutual interrelation. Being an agent of social change, museums cannot be ignorant towards the excluded and marginalized one. Museums should be a platform for unprivileged and unheard voices. So in near future, if museums do not like to acknowledge itself as a modest repository of exhibition but as an organization with scientific, educational, social and development role, then museums have to care about inclusion and stay relevant in a constantly changing society. So this is what I wanted to speak about this entire thing, and I think so many points I have to miss out because of the time constraint. So I request all of you to forgive me for that. If it's give you any kind of an understanding and insight to your understanding of museum and inclusion, I'm happy. I'm happy that my talk has a fruitful impact on all of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.